We're taking you now to something very, very special. We're excited to have with us this morning on the Breakfast Club one of the world's most well-known climbers. This is Gelje Sherpa. He's joining us on the show this morning. He's, as we said already, a renowned climber. He's also an expert high-altitude rescuer who, with his team of 7, just very successfully summited Cho Oyu from the very difficult south side. We're going to tell you all about him. We just showed you him for a second. Last year, his fame actually reached a new level of virality when he rescued a climber from a particularly dangerous part of Mount Everest. That dangerous part is actually called the death zone, and we'll ask him more about that on the show today. But first, we'll tell you a little bit about his most recent achievement. Cho Oyu is the world's 6th highest mountain, and it straddles a border, and usually when you climb it with groups, you climb it from the Tibet side. Now, Gelje has made history by summiting from the Nepal side. After 3 previous attempts, he's tried, he's had to turn back for different reasons in the past. We just wanted to ask him what went into this, why this is such a big deal, and what this is going to mean for all of Nepal, because it's really, really huge. So let's go over to him to ask him more about this. Gelje, thank you for joining us this morning. Good morning. It's so lovely to see you this bright and early. You've opened up a new world of opportunities. I think it's fair to say that for mountaineers from the Nepalese side. But for our audiences who might be tuning in, our TBC family, who may not be so familiar with the ecosystem around mountain climbing in Nepal in particular, just break down for us. Why is it such a big achievement?
Cho is like from Nepal side mountains, so like we need to climb from the China side. So we need to make visa process, and then we need to like pay for the permit for the China, right? And it's our mountains. Just like we need to climb from the Nepal side. It's my dream to I make like dream from like 4 years ago to like open from Nepal side, but from Nepal side is like very hard because of the weather and because of the how to say, like because of the teamwork, also very hard to find the team and very hard to find the sponsorship, and our government also like they not help us to like make that project. So government didn't like not care about that one, because that's why just I in my mind just I want to make from Nepal side route. So that's why just I opened from Nepal side. This time just like finally we just made it. And from China side is like very easy to climb, because Nepal side is like fully technical, like more than like at some point like we need to climb like more than 90 degrees.
Okay, so you've explained to us what was happening before this from the China side, and now what you've essentially done. But can you just tell us, because it's so nice to have you early in the morning and to give everyone watching this that inspiring start. You've tried to do this 3 previous times and you haven't been able to. So each of those times, what did the difficulties look like? And if we had to ask you what you think you did differently, what would you say?
First thing is that we try in winter. That was in winter is like no possible, and mostly like technical part and like more like avalanche risks, that part. And this time we find like new routes, like another route also, because last few years ago I tried like different route. That route was like quite risky, like about like avalanche risks, like because of weather also. That's like quite tough. And one thing's like very hard to make like teamwork, and very hard to find the like finance, right? So that's why also like quite hard for us. And then we have a like in Nepal also like we have like 2 teams, like a competition team. Like we're not like like we're not doing how to say like we are not like as a team. Like we are like we have a different room like team, and we are like also like doing competitions. Like they are like from called like Thame side, but same mountain but like different route, and we are like trying to from Gokyo side. But that time we didn't like conquer that time, because like we are failed that expeditions. So if we like unite, like we can conquer. If we like divide, we fall. That time, this time is why we like did summit, because we have a like good team, and then second thing is we have a like good support also. All the team also like motivate each other. That's why also like I get like more confident for the, like opening it from that side.
I love what you said. If we unite, we conquer. If we divide, we fall. Can we just ask you, Gelje, you're standing in the cold, on top of one of these peaks, anytime you're climbing, and there's wind coming at your face, there are pieces of snow coming at your face. What are you telling yourself in your own head? What do you turn around your team? This time you climbed with a team, 7 people in total. What are you telling each other to stay inspired in those kind of tough situations?
Depending from the conditions, they're like I have a, like more experience than other people. Like they are mostly people are new because like I
Your
said
team.
like if we make like route this route, we can get like good achievement also for us. This is like from long time no one climb. If we make like uh, route from Nepal side, for everyone like very like would like benefit also and good
Right.
them like for them your profile also. So good for like my health also. So if you try even like bad weather, like what is the we call like bad weather, like bad weather is like sometime like snowing and windy, like that kind of with like more than like 70 to 80 kilo per hour winds. That time I can make force for them. I need to like I'm the leader, I need to
You
like
can't
take
force
care
them.
for them also. You need to do this, you need to do this. Just I'm like divide the work, like doing the work, like sometimes whether it even like if weather is bad, you guys need to like think about it, and you can't say like, oh, I want to go back, because at least they need to ask what's the condition now. If like this condition, what do we need to do? If like sometime like with strong winds, like so much risky for the life, I'm never forced for them. So but if like sometimes like 1 hour 2 hours like quite risky, and we say like keep continue, or like we stop like for a few minutes after like 1 hour, like half an hour, we have a like weather focus like getting better.
Okay, so you keep stopping to stay motivated. Can we ask you, you went viral last year, I think it's fair to say that, because you did something particularly incredible. So while you were climbing Mount Everest and you were in a particular part of Mount Everest that's known as the death zone, you conducted this particular rescue. Let me just tell our family, our TBC family, so the death zone is called the death zone because it's more cold than other parts. There's oxygen scarcity. And amid all of that, you actually conducted a rescue. There was a video of it. Can you just tell us a little bit about that whole experience?
That moment is like has to become from the heart, one things, right? That moment I was like guiding for like someone, like one Chinese client. I need to like make it happen. He submit plan also, one like submit also not submit only not a big things. And then if I go submit, I get like more than like $20,000 for if I submit with that clients. In my mind, just like I'm the Buddhist, so that's where in my mind came if I help someone, that's the like huge things for me and for my religion also. And one thing's like came from my heart, like I need to like save this guy. And if I save this guy, this is like good for my like how to say like life also in like our religion, right? So that's where like came from my religion also. So that's where I decided to like rescue for this guy in above like 8,500 meter, like called dead zone, right? That point is like very hard to do the rescue. One things that's like even you are like we are brother, like two brother with each other, like together, we can like help each other. And in the mountain has to be like climber to climber also has to be like as a brother, right? But that kind of relation we need to make that kind of relation in the mountain. But that altitude, like when I do the rescue for him, he's like almost like unconscious. He's like shaking the hands,
Right.
and in my mind came, oh, someone left me here, like during the climbing, and never say like what's going on tomorrow, right? And this in my thing, I said like, oh, if I'm here, like someone not doing rescue, it's like very bad things for me. Also, I'm gonna die here.
That's beautiful. I love the spiritual part of your answer right now. Can we ask you, Mount Everest today, it's almost part of everyone's bucket list. You'll hear people say that it's the thing they want to do before they die. And you'll actually hear, I almost feel like in every 100 people, one person's dream at least is to climb. And I just want to ask you, when you hear people say that, especially now with almost how common it's become, what's your advice? What's the one thing you say everyone needs to listen to before they even start considering such dreams?
If they have a dream, if they want to do like climb like Everest, they have to do like training something like
Okay.
at least like basic training. Even if they do like advanced training, that's the huge thing for him and for everyone. And one thing, if they don't have training, sometimes like get like people say like traffic jam, like they say in mountains. It's not like no possible to make like two-way in mountains. So that's where like traffic jam also like where because of the like no training, they don't know like how to change the safety, and Sherpa has to change for the safety for them. That's why also take long time. That's why also get like traffic jam, right? So that's why if they have a training, like easy to do like safety changing, everything, look after themselves. In my advice is do like some at least like a basic training for them, even like what kind of Sherpa they have, like how much experience Sherpa doesn't matter. But if you have on like on safety things, he knows that about the what is the safety, and that's the big things for them. I'm doing advice for them.
Wow, I did not realize that there are people who attempt to climb Mount Everest without getting their basic training. That is something. Before we let you go, could we ask you, lastly, the achievement that we started the show by this interview by discussing, Cho OU, it's essentially opened up a ton of economic opportunities, a ton of tourism opportunities for those who are able to climb that kind of difficulty. But in Mount Choyu, so for the Nepalese side, you're a big champion for the people of Nepal, for the Sherpa community. And now that you've done this you said was a dream for many years. But what's next now on your dream list?
Next team like always surprise, but I want to make like some make a dreams. I have a dream, but I want to do like some 14 picks also. I learned like 14 picks in double because no one like did like double in youngest. I wanted to, because in my dream was before, one dream was I was planning to like climb 14 picks in youngest. Actually, because China he didn't get the visa, they didn't get the visa. That's why I stopped. So that's why I didn't make my dream. So my dream is now making 14 pick in double time, and then I have one plan for doing 7 summit. It's like world highest mountain. I want to climb like all like Asia mountains. So if I make like some project like mostly like I'm planning to like make surprise like because if I like say someone and they can like copy things, and that's why like better to be like surprise things next stream.
So no plan of resting anytime soon. Gelje, thank you so much for taking out time, joining us this morning right here on the show. Have a lovely, lovely morning.